Let's make sure we can. 5.
All right, let's all pay attention now. Thank you. LSD, nutties, and bags. These are all terms that I grew up knowing, but as I learned from being at Ball State for a couple of years, they don't really fit the Hoosier lifestyle. What I've learned from living in Indiana is that these words are exclusively from the Chicagoland area. LSD, of course, doesn't refer to the hallucinogenic drug, but to Lakeshore Drive in downtown Chicago. Nutties are like hoodies, but they don't have a hood, and they don't have pockets, so I guess they're exactly like crew necks, I suppose. And then bags, of course, is what Hoosiers inappropriately refer to as cornhole. It's so dirty sounding. These words and the lifestyle that I know today is all from living my life in Mokina, Illinois, where I grew up. There's a couple reasons that it's important to know about people's hometowns. The first is because the professor assigned this topic, making it so make sure I want to get a good grade, so I have to talk about my hometown. The next reason is because it's important that everyone has to know that everybody has different roots, and just knowing where someone came from can help you learn a little more about them. So to give you a little bit of insight about the small town of Mokina, Illinois, I'm going to let you know a little bit about the history of it, what it's like today, and some of the activities and things we like to do for fun around here. Mokina was first incorporated in 1880 and was founded as a small farm town. People were drawn to Mokina by the train line that was set up in 1852 that ran from Joliet to Mokina and up to Blue Island, just those 3 stops. Mokina doesn't have much farmland today. It has just one. The Yunker Farm is the only farmland left, and it's not even a square mile. Mokina kind of phased out of the farm town life in the 60s and 70s when there was a mass exodus from Chicago. This populated a lot of suburbs around the surrounding area, creating the suburbs that we know today, which Mokina is included. Mokina is located 30 miles south of Chicago and just south of Interstate 80, which I've actually heard Chicago reporters call Southern Illinois. Today, it has grown from the mere population of 600 when it was incorporated to a little more than 18,000. The original downtown area, Front Street, is still there today. It's where there are little restaurants and shops that seem to have a tumultuous turnover due to lack of business. One interesting fact about Illinois is that there's an oil field on the northern city limits, and it is home to the largest oil tank in the nation. It holds 1 million gallons and is where they refine oil and send it around to surrounding areas. Some of the things that people like to do for fun in this small town is my friends and I often rode bikes around the very accessible town. We would go to the Forest Preserve or the parks and just kind of hang out and loiter around. Mokina is also very neighborhood oriented, so a lot of families will get together for various gatherings such as sporting events and other parties. What's nice is that train line that I talked about earlier is still running through Mokina and actually runs all the way up to Chicago now, the commuter rail system called Metra. So it's very, very easy. It just takes about an hour to buzz right up to Chicago, and you can spend a day on Lakeshore Drive or any of the numerous other places in Chicago. In conclusion, Mokina has an interesting history of coming from a farm town to the more commercial and more populated village that it is today. It has a very diverse personality with all the people in it, and that's where I've grown up and grown to love. Thank you.
He loves us. Hey, still here.